Ladies and gentlemen, I've flown all the way out to Houston, Texas to review this, a 2016 Tesla Model S. What are we waiting for? Let's hop right in. This particular Model S is the 60 and it starts in the high $60,000 range, but that can easily get up into the low 70s with options. There is, however, a $7,500 federal tax credit, but check your state because there may be an additional tax credit as well. First, let's talk about the exterior styling. I've always loved the Model S's design, especially with the sloping roofline and updated front end. To me, there really isn't a bad line on this car. These beautiful styling cues carry on to the interior where there's a similar design language. It's very simple, yet luxurious and refined. In order to understand the Tesla, you must understand the massive 17-inch center touchscreen that controls everything. And I mean everything. Look up by the rearview mirror and there are no sunroof controls. That can be found in the center screen. Heated seats, center screen. Climate control, center screen. Trunk, center screen. I think you get the idea. The center screen is fully customizable and you can even access the internet using a built-in 4G connection. One thing missing from the center screen is a text message assistant. With a car that is essentially a computer on wheels, I can't believe Tesla left this out. Not to mention, this feature is commonly found on most BMWs, Audis, and even Hondas. Because this is a connected car, these Teslas are capable of receiving over-the-air software updates that enhance your experience. Now let's talk about passenger comfort. The Model S will comfortably seat 5 adults with plenty of backseat legroom. There's also a lot of space to store your belongings thanks to the 2 trunks. Fun fact, you can even option this car with 2 seats facing the rear, making it a 7-seater. But I don't think anyone over 3 years of age would enjoy sitting back here. Okay, so we went over the interior features. Now let's talk about what's powering this beast. Oh yeah, this is an electric car. So this particular Tesla is the 60, which means it's being powered by a 60 kilowatt hour battery, making about 382 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque. This all goes out to the rear wheels through a 1-speed system. Because this Tesla weighs in at about 4,600 pounds, it gets up to 60 in about 5.5 seconds. Because this is an electric car and there are no drive shafts, differentials, engines, etc., there are a lot of places to store your stuff that you wouldn't find in a normal car, like this front trunk, aka a frunk. So the Model S charges through a small port on the side of the rear brake light, and it takes about 12 hours to charge on a 120 volt outlet. A 240 volt outlet will charge it in 4 hours, and one of Tesla's superchargers will give it 205 miles of range in just 45 minutes. Because all the batteries are stored at the bottom, this car has an extremely low center of gravity, which should make for some excellent handling. Let's take it for a spin. Okay, so we are driving the 2016 Tesla Model S. I love the virtual gauge cluster. I think it looks absolutely amazing and it's really easy to read. I also really like the big windshield. The road visibility is absolutely outstanding. I really don't think people actually know how quiet this car is. I barely can hear anything. Maybe a hint of an electric whine, but I have to listen really hard for that. This car is extremely quiet. I don't even have to use my microphone to record this video because that's how quiet this car is. The one characteristic of electric motors is all the torque is available at 0 RPMs. There's no having to rev the motor up and make it work for the torque like in a gas car. So in the Tesla, that makes for some really rocket fast acceleration. So let's test it out right now. I'm on an on-ramp. Holy cow. I gotta do that again. Whoa. It just throws you right back in your seat. It's absolutely insane. I've felt nothing like that ever before. Holy, oh my god. This car does not seem like it does on paper. On paper it says it does 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds, which is pretty respectable, but in practice, oh my god, it feels so much faster than that. So one thing that this car does have is something called regenerative braking. So basically what that does is it automatically deploys the brakes so it can recapture some of the energy to recharge the battery while you're driving. And that's actually pretty helpful because when I want to make a quick stop, I don't even need to really hit the brakes that much. I just let off the accelerator and the car just slows down for me. Like right now, I'm going to try that out. Coming to a stop right now, and I barely had to tap the brakes. The car slowed down almost by itself. The ride quality on the Model S is absolutely outstanding. The roads here in Texas aren't really that great, and I don't feel any bumps in the road. It kind of rides like a cloud, similar to the Mercedes that I drove a couple months ago. Okay, so the signature feature of the Model S is Autopilot. So pretty much what that does is it has a system of radars and cameras to autonomously drive the car temporarily. So all I have to do to turn it on is a double tap on the stalk right now. And the car is driving itself. Holy, what? This is insane. Look, my hands are completely off the wheel. Oh, now it just told me to put it back on. It's not autonomous driving. It will drive it for a little bit and the car will stop itself if you don't put your hands on the wheel. This is not a substitute for a human driver. Let's try it again. Alright, that's enough of that. The steering wheel on the Model S is definitely very light. It's very easy to turn. I could almost turn it with one finger. Another use for this car's radars is when I'm making a 3-point turn like I am right now. I don't have to eyeball how far I am away from the curb, and I'm on a pretty tight street. So the radars are telling me that I'm getting too close to the street, and then I can easily make my 11-point turn. Okay, so this Tesla drives great, but I think many people are concerned about range anxiety. While this is a legitimate concern, there are actually many places to charge your Tesla, and more popping up by the day. So what's the verdict on the 2016 Tesla Model S? Well, I think it's the perfect car for someone who's eco-friendly and wants the latest and greatest in tech. Would I buy one? Absolutely. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give me a like down below and consider subscribing to my channel for new weekly automotive reviews, news, and how-tos that you can use. If there are any other cars you want to see us review, please be sure to hit me up in the comments down below and I will get on it. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.